I think we're rolling now. We're hot. We're live. Anyway, I am back at it creating a catalog. So that's where we're going. I just uploaded a video. It'll be coming out here pretty soon of items that we picked up at auction this last Friday. Spent $650. It's a huge haul. Well, I mean, it's probably larger than some, smaller than some. So it is what it is. So right now I'm just going through and these are some of the items that I picked up. These are going to go live on the auction. These throwing axes, Defender. You can actually purchase these in bulk online, along with make a selection of different knives and stuff. These just happen to be at the auction. Probably somebody's excessive stock that I picked up at a really good deal. I think I got 13 of them. So these are 11-inch. They're brand new. And so that's what I've been up to. Today I am going to be building catalog, and I will be working on, I have to clear out the front area. I have some furniture I need to finally start moving. So you'll see a wide variety of items that I'm pushing through. I'm going to be doing a few eBay listings as well. But yeah, so I know nothing exciting. Feel free to jump in the chat and ask me any questions. Or just say hello. That will maybe it'll be a little bit more interesting. We get some conversation going back and forth. I think I'd like to give these a try. I got enough of them. It should take to go get a piece of plywood and throw them out. Throw them around a bit. 11-inch throwing knot axes with a nylon sheath. And it's funny because when I think nylon, I think of like the clothy like nylon. I don't even think I have anything like that here. But these are actually like faux leather. I'll get an idea what they look like. This is their nylon sheath. It looks like faux leather, but it is kind of nylon-y. I'm going to take one out of the package to show what they look like. We try to do some staging for our photos. I know some auction houses don't do a ton, but we try to set ourselves apart by doing a little bit better photos and making sure that we carry a decent description. Make sure there's, just like eBay, really, just make sure you outline any flaws. That way there's no surprises. I know having the purpose of the shop is to allow folks to come in and preview items before they bid, just so they can get a better handle on the quality or lack thereof, and help them make a better determination how much they're willing to go on an item. If you want to kind of see the finished product of some of the items, feel free to visit our catalog. You don't have to register to look at it, but it's Bid More to Win. I have the website right there on the screen. If you have any problems, just let me know in the chat. But right now, I think I've got 390 roughly items. I'm going to carry these out on the shelf. I'll be right back. In the video that comes out later today, the this is part of my auction lot as well. There's these little black. They look almost decorative, but I think they're usable. They have a wick and everything. Better charge up my battery. My phone's gonna die. I cannot do my job without a charged phone. There we go. Always have a tape measure handy. We have 13-inch on a lantern. And this one I think is going to go under lighting, 520. Some things are pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to have to put a ton. I'd like to put the height here, and you should be able to see, have a good judge if you know the height, the width dimensions. If you have any questions about what I'm doing, let me know. Some of these things, I mean, I get them dirt cheap. They may not be things I would recommend selling on eBay, just because you don't know that. I mean, these would sell on eBay, but you also have to think of how long they're going to sit on your shelf. Let's see. Oh, someone emailed me. Responding to customer here. He's going to not be here till Tuesday to pick up. We have customers probably within, probably the farthest that somebody drives is probably 50 to 60 miles to pick up. There's a rare occasion when they come even more than that, a couple hundred. But most of those people that are outside the area I ship to. So I've been continuing to sell magazines. Oops. Did my video upload? I don't know if I went to upload the video today, and I don't know. I was messing with the accounts trying to go live, and it's still uploading good. So now back to where I was. I was waiting for those images uploaded. So just another lantern. These are nothing extraordinary. They are probably made, manufactured, mass-produced in India. Hello. Hi. Fine. Okay. Awesome. Congratulations. Have a great day. Oh, yeah. Love you. That was my wife, the infamous Kathleen. She went to, I think it's Weiler's. I don't know. They're the little individual lemonade packs that are sugar-free. She has not been able to find them. Walmart stopped carrying them. And so she found them at Winco. So she was pretty excited about that. When she finds them, she usually buys the entire shelf full of them just to make sure she doesn't run out, because she knows how difficult they can be to find. So those are lanterns. If you can't, I guess I should show you kind of what they look like. There you go. Back out on the shelf.
On the dock with some AC/DC, and boy, the rumors are flying now. You know, I don't know whether we're coming or going with AC/DC, but now they're talking about a new album sometime late February and a tour to follow this summer. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Of course, we'll keep you updated and keep an eye on the website for more details.
Hey Mercedes, when is it going to stop raining? The rain should stop at 11:15 a.m. in your current location.
Hey Mercedes, what's the weather at my destination?
The weather is 36.
Okay.
Your destination. Hey Mercedes.
Get a handful of stuff here. This is kitchen items. I'm gonna lot all this stuff together. We have it slices, it dices. Chipping, slicing, shredding, grating. Little 7-in-1 mandolin. I'm gonna just take a quick peek. It does look like it is. I think it was unused, and I just was pulling. I'll probably never get it back in the box, or slice my fingers trying. Because I made the mistake of pulling it out of the plastic, I'm going to put it back in. And then let's put it back in the box. Oh, it went back in a lot easier than it came out. So new item, slicer, 7-in-1. There's a cookie press, that's new. I should get my roll of tape. I'm going to tape these boxes closed. Stainless steel cookie press. The box is a little bit rough condition, but I'll put that there like that. Let's tape the bottom as well. And then we're going to put the Pampered Chef grater in there as well. There's cookie press. And the Pampered Chef cheese grater. Oh, don't tell me it's missing a piece. It is missing a piece, I believe. It's missing the little container. How do I don't want to break that. Maybe I should read the directions. It shouldn't be that difficult to. It's missing this piece right here. Microplane adjustable grater. Okay. What is going on here? I can't figure out how to open this up. To unlock grater from storage position with protective cover on the blade. Protective cover on the blade. Hold the grater hinge in one hand while grasping portion of the handle with other hand. Move handle in the direction of the arrow. There should be an arrow somewhere. Oh. I'm doing it, but it's not. Oh. I'm a fool. Okay. So this will still work pretty good. A little microplane. And I did figure you just have to, it's a lot easier once you figure out how to do it. The unfortunate thing about this unit is I always like to check these items just to see if what's in the box, if everything is in the box that should be. And now I can't find my pocket knife, so we'll use this one. There's a knife. I use that joke so many times lately. I need to stop. People are going to get annoyed with it. I was actually wearing that at the auction the other night. It was pretty funny. Because I wanted to feel tough. Let's see, we'll stage that there. And then I think I'm going to throw in the... How much is a 5-star kitchen Pyrex? And of course my system is taking forever. It's going to mess up, I know it. Let me go to... I'm guessing the value of these Pyrex measuring cups is probably about $10 to $12. We'll see. 5-star kitchen Pyrex measuring cup. Yeah, just what I was... Well, that's a dish. Let's see. I'm really putting my phone to work right now. I can feel the heat. Not measuring chip. Damn you, phone. Actually, that measuring cup alone... I am really... If my phone doesn't blow up... It's getting pretty warm. I mean, I don't see any of that say 5-star kitchen, but a Pyrex dish itself, a Pyrex mixing cup it goes probably $10 to $15 depending on, well, there's some that go higher if you're looking at older ones. Someone's just going to have this stuff. Okay. Almost makes me wonder if I shouldn't break up the... We'll leave it all together. I can kind of make a determination how I want it. Break my own stuff. I got a lot of consigners that let me break stuff up for them as well into lots. And some of them I do, they tell me how to do it. It's up to them. I do like to make sure there's value in each lot instead of just throwing, like I could break all this up individual, but my likelihood of getting my 3, and I really want people to break over that $6 bid mark, which each one of these items individually wouldn't. So as a consigner, it really wouldn't make sense to bring in a cheese grater and say that's a lot, because our consignment schedule, 50 or anything $5 or less, we get 50% of. So you get $250 for it. So if you can bulk a couple things to get you over that $6 mark, entice people to bid even more, maybe get to the $10, $15, $20 mark, then you're only paying us 30%. Mandolin. The one thing about this job is that everything that I come across and see. Right now I think I have a bull skull, cow skull with horns that's decorated. I have Hart and a Nancy Wilson autograph piece. Some pretty cool pieces. I'm going to change that to measure cup, and that way I can fit shredder in there. It's not gonna fit, so I just... Pampered Chef micro shredder. I knew it was going to get that. Pampered Chef Michael Share is shredder. I'm just going to note in there that the shredder's missing the holder or the plastic guard. Is that what it's called? Maybe it'll tell me. Adjustable grater. Doesn't have list of contents. Maybe on the instructions. Plunger, food plunger. That's what we're going to go with. The little piece that it is missing, which you don't need a food plunger to use it. But I do have to put. I have to put that in and disclose it. Not taking forever on this listing. Any of you folks watching, do you guys attend auctions at all? I pass so many products through my auction that I purchased it at another auction just because I can get a hell of a good deals. I mean, I can go in. Sometimes I'm spending less than $500. This last week I spent over $600, and that's because I bought nine silver dollars. So actually, on product alone, outside of the silver dollars, I spent roughly $450. I could put this on eBay and it's called a rare Pyrex. You know how we like to use those descriptors. Just because I didn't find another one online like it at all. So there you go, one lot. Somebody could get that for $3, or it could go all the way up to $20. 1727 times 4. Next we got this. It's missing some pieces, but it's a little Brookstone. It's a PC accessories kit. It is used. It has some earbuds. It has a Cat 5 cable for connecting to the internet. It's got a USB flashlight. I wonder if that'll work. I guess I could test that out. I've never used the USB flashlight. Watch it make my screen go crazy. Is that not a USB port right there? Yeah. Look at that. It works. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? So you're hanging out here to see the doorway the bullets through. So this is missing a few pieces, but it's still, everything's still pretty functional on it. I'm going to bank on. You had a nice little carrying case. I don't know what would have went over on the other side, but there was something else that went over here as well as here. Brookstone. Laptop accessory. And yes, they should be able to tell by pictures, but I'll go and put pre-owned here. includes earbuds, comma, Cat 5, comma, 10 keypad, comma, reading light. Most of the time it'll understand me when I say comma, but sometimes it puts comment or comma. That's got to be worth at least $3. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. It's probably missing a piece. It doesn't look like it's been used, but it's probably something that was purchased and maybe come off of a return pallet. I don't know. Let's take a picture of this other. Hello, whoever just joined. I appreciate you coming in. Nothing overly exciting here. I'm just going through creating some listings for the auctions. If you have any questions about running an auction house, any questions about eBay, I am an active eBay seller. I have been for about 4 or 5 years now. I used to do this part-time, but my life now. Hey Jennifer, thanks for stopping in. Today it's just all about working, trying to clear out, building, or continuing to build the catalog, get some of the stuff I bought Friday on the auction. But I do appreciate you stopping in. As I was mentioning, I used to do this part-time, but I actually quit my full-time job back in June of last year to tackle the auction house. My first auctions that I did was with my eBay catalog, or I call it catalog now, but my eBay inventory. I had about 550 items at the time, and that's what I used to help start my first 2 auctions, and I've been buying and reselling ever since. And since June, when I chose to quit. I did corporate IT and got really to the point where I just hated working for corporate. It really did suck that they get to the point where they keep taking away and they expect more and more out of you for less. So I don't want to do this by itself. I mean, it could probably sell for $3, but I am going to bundle that with something. Okay, so that was a lot. We're stacking up here. What do these Rayovac recharges go for? Yeah, it is. That's the whole thing. It was pretty much a grind for the last several years working for corporate America. I worked remote, so none of my team was close, and it just got too much for me. I worked for the company for 19 years. my 19-year anniversary was the day after my 19-year anniversary was my last day. Do I recommend? I'm going to be the guy that tells you I do not recommend anybody to just jump out and start reselling full time, quitting their job. I'm not that guy. Can it be done? Yes, but don't think it's a piece of cake and there's no work involved. Let's see. I think I'm going to do a magnifying glass. Where's my freaking pocket knife? Okay. I'm just trying to find things to put with stuff. I got all this stuff. I'm gonna put this. The case I got, or the Marina Austin. Is that a name? I can't even hardly read it. This worst part right here is taking off the uh, auction lot stickers. Every auction house puts stickers on stuff. So I think I'm going to throw a magnifying glass in with the... That's funny because that says folding linen count. Let's do this one. Try to get at least a roughly $30 resale value. Or value, open market value, let's just say. I'll put this under tools. 530. Screwdriver set. Smart charger. And magnifying glass. I look at if when I'm building my own lots for the business, because I do consign quite a bit for the business. That's kind of what helps keep it running. You figure we like to keep our consignments down to at least a $30 or 30% consignment fee. That way we're not taking all their money. But all my starting bids are $3. So I have to when I go out and buy, I have to get the price, my cost down. So I'm buying things pennies on the dollar, I should say, times 3. You're gonna see me walk in and out. That's just because I am going out to I'm gonna put that in the message here. If I am away, I am getting product or putting things on the shelf. So I'm going to carry this stuff out. I can usually do about 4 or 5 things before I have to. And I'm going to have to go use the restroom too. And I can't help but come back with more stuff. Some of these things I'm just going to call this vintage metal. This is a teapot, little small tea kettle made in Holland. And this is an old NYC, Pennsylvania, NYCPA approved. Looks like a little quart tin. I can't. 1 quart oil can. These have absolutely nothing to do with one another except they are made of metal. So that's how it's going to be lauded. It's going to go under 200 for vintage antiques. And it's a small teapot. Oil can and sifter. And stuff like this, I'll do a little bit more. I can't. Let's see if I can find a similar image. Vintage 1 quart oil can, galvanized. So I'll go to eBay and try to find similar items that we can get. Like this one, I'm looking for a particular. I can't read the. And of course, it pulled up actual cans of oil, that type of oil can. But I'm trying to find the emblem. Looks like there's a name on it, but I'm trying to find that's what I'm trying to find out. What it is. It's got a triangle on it. There it is. It just says NY. It's the same one. Someone's got it listed for $11.40 plus $12 shipping. 61MINN. That's the. So these little oil cans like this, they're going. Looks like $10 to $12 plus shipping. One quart galvanized oil can marked NYC-PA approved type Q10. And we're going to leave it at that. Approved type. Let's make sure I go back and make some of my corrections. I missed so many errors on voice to text. That's a Welkin. copper tea kettle made in Holland. Bromwell's sifter. So we'll go a little bit deeper into the description when I feel it's necessary. I'm kind of curious about that copper. Small copper tea kettle made in Holland. Look at sold. It looks like someone's got one on auction starting at, let's see, it does not have a wooden handle. So I guess it probably could go up to anywhere. I would say if I was going to list it, I'd probably put it, yeah, I'm guessing maybe about $20 shipped. Small enough it shipped first class. There's one that's similar to it that went $13.99 plus shipping. So, my vintage metal lot. And let's throw a business card in here just to try to get some of the embossing in the pictures. Okay, there's a lot, and I dropped my pen. Okay, so just so you know how we're keeping track of these when we put them on the shelves, I am putting lot numbers, and that helps us both when we're picking orders. It keeps everything in order, and it helps the buyers when they come in to look for things. They can either write down the item number and go back home so they can bid on it. These don't really go with each other, but we're going to put them together anyway. I have a little protractor. I got a lot of these mini brushes, so we're going to lot all that stuff together. Sometimes our lots, there's no rhyme or reason why we put items together. I have 3-piece mini brush, a protractor, and folding linen count magnifier, and a manicure set. I'll put this under tools. This is what it's going to go. Manicure, magnifier, protractor, and brushes. Trying to get a good variety of items each week. I'll be doing 10 signs here in a minute. I want to get those. Those are fairly quick and easy lists to do. They're items that we purchased in bulk. Something new we're trying out. A lot of times you can tell the difference between Kathleen listing and me, or lotting together, and me lotting together. This is actually a new knife, but I did use it, so. It'll work. It's still got. And this is a. Where did I put my tape measure? Is that what dropped on the floor? Jeez. There's one over there. And call this a 12-inch knife, 7-inch blade. It's going 580. Fixed blade knife. And it has a little. It's almost got like a little screwdriver on the back of it or something. So as you can see, it's pretty much no different than eBay as far as creating your listing. It has all the same things you have to think about. Photographs, getting everything in frame, zoomed in, okay lighting. Bright lighting is a little bit less. Quality of images, probably a little bit different than eBay. Except for using the new eBay. I mean, eBay keeps going back and forth on their app as far as taking photographs. This one I can at least adjust the brightness on it a little bit, and that helps me hide some of the filth on my nylon backdrop. I'm going to carry this all out to the front and then bring some more stuff in. Actually, I can't fit this in there. It's a pistol crossbow. Still new in package. Do not aim at persons while using this product. That is a good word of advice. Hey, once it leaves here, I have no control how it's used. Use responsibly. Nice little novelty item thing that somebody's just going to have. Now that I have a handful of items, let me put the number on those, 1733. I think I'm going to start on signs. Those are quick and easy listings. That's what I like about them so much. Looks like I'm buffering quite a bit. My internet should not be that bad. Let's see. Video. I don't think I'll be able to change that while I'm streaming. Let me give you something to look at while I'm. Or I'll just carry these out. I'll be right back. I stopped by the cookie counter. I'm going to arrange these by how they sit. Some of them go up and down, some of them go, or should I say, vertical and horizontal. We're running about 20 of these a week. I will set these over here and we'll do one at a time. First one. Okay, I'm still going. In this place, we always salute our flag, support our troops, buy Americans, say Merry Christmas, say One Nation Under God, respect our law enforcement. If this offends you, as we are obviously politically incorrect, there's the door. Amen. I don't get political on these. 12.5 by 16. So what makes these a lot better, all I have to do is add the title of the sign. I just copy and paste the rest. So it's one snapshot. Set that. Oh, I did not put my number on it. That's 1734. There is no theme to the songs. We don't go with signs. We just like a variety of everything. This one's Don't Tread on Me. That's what's cool about these, that they're all the same shape, size, as long as I don't get a glare. Take a snapshot, write the number. Uh-oh, there went my light. There we go. Whoa. Hot Rod Garage, Torque Brothers Speed Shop. Service and guaranteed service and genuine parts. Next one's one of my favorites. Warning, please do not feed the Sasquatch. Scooby-Doo, Rut-row, Raggy. I am so enjoying this. Hear my neighbors next door. Which I'm sure they'll hear me when I'm jamming out. Singing to the radio. The best. Joe Walsh, Frank Zappa, Lindsey Buckingham, Slash, Jack White, and many others. Tribute to many rock guitarists. Thanks, Sam. Just always keep in mind shipping and my handling fee. I don't know if you saw that, but I do a $5 handling fee on orders where I have to use a box. That's not per box. That is for the entire order. And I do $2 if it goes in a poly. I think I have 12 by 15 poly mailers. I only charge $2 handling, and that's just to cover time um, and supplies. But I'm pretty transparent on the cost of shipping. So on your invoice, you will get the actual shipping charges that I pay, and I pass because I use like Pirate Ship or UPS through PayPal or FedEx when I need to. And I just I put the dimensions and weight so that you guys know when you get your invoice, you can go ahead and test it out and see if I'm cheating you or not. So we do try to be pretty transparent with that. This sign is, I'm pretty sure my last words are going to be, hold my beer and watch this. But I appreciate all the support. And that's the thing, when you figure in shipping and stuff, it's you either get something small that is lightweight and it doesn't cost an arm and leg to ship, or you get multiple items. So if you are reselling, you can average that price out over each item to kind of make it a little bit more easy to swallow. Because I do understand shipping can get expensive, especially here, me being here in North Idaho. The thing is, up here in Idaho, we have access to a lot of products that are pretty highly sought after in Texas, especially. I know I have. Oh, so you're fairly close. Yeah, you'll be fine. But you're not too far away then. I forgot where I was going. I wasn't speeding. I was qualifying. These are pretty quick and easy listings to do until I start talking and But my boss is myself, so if I get behind, I just know I have to bust my chops until I pick things up and get things caught back up. I wasn't sure if Deldon had shared any of the stuff that he's bought from me or not. Since I opened up the auction house, I have been doing less video, less YouTube. I've been trying to get back into it by doing daily blogs, which is still a challenge in itself. Hats off to the people that do this for a living and are able to do quality videos at the same time. It seems like I guess it's just you have to make time for it. Alcoholic beverages encouraged. That's pretty funny.
On the dock, and there he goes, Judas Priest, as we head into a Sunday afternoon. Judas Priest and Rob Halford snubbed again by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I don't know what it's going to take to get those guys finally into the Rock Hall. On the way, we've got some Bon Jovi coming up for you.
So anyway, yeah, I've been trying.
Money for nothing, a grand for free.
I do ship all over the United States, though. Most of my distant, the people that are buying the farthest are typically buying coins, but I probably have 10 to 15 invoices a week, probably closer to 10 that I ship out. And just to forewarn you, I try to get my shipments out by Friday, but sometimes they don't go out till the following Monday. That's one of my things I've been trying to improve upon this year. This is pretty much what I do every day when I'm not open. People wonder why my business hours are so low. It's because the time that I'm not open, that's when I'm getting most of the actual work done. I get caught up talking to customers, and I can spend 10, 15 minutes or more. That's funny. He's getting back into it now that he's doing his new thing. Hats off to him for that. He decided to do something he loved, which is once you start doing this, I mean, you either like it or you don't, I think. And I love the buying and I love the selling. I mean, the selling and the everything else is the added bonus of being able to buy all sorts of things. I love the challenge of finding new things. I like just doing the research, believe it or not. If I find something I haven't seen before, that's an added bonus. Gives me the opportunity to learn something. Which I don't, there was something the other day. I mean, there's still a couple things that I have just sitting on shelves and stuff that I have absolutely no idea what it is. Jack Daniels Tennessee Whiskey Sour Mash. The last one was Iron Man, if you guys didn't catch it. We do have a auction currently going. I'd like to remind everybody we have our auctions running every week starting from Friday to Wednesday. And so the only time you won't see one come up is on between Wednesday night after it closes. The first item closes Wednesday starting at 6 p.m. It's what we call our live closing. And the live closing, which is basically watching every item do its countdown, it typically lasts about an hour and a half, depending on how many items that people are constantly that are battling out over. The reason it takes longer than our typical hour is we do a soft close on our auction. So basically what that means, you'll watch that item countdown. If it gets a bid within the last 3 minutes of the item closing, we add an extra 3 minutes onto it. Being an online auction, that gives you the opportunity to get notification that you've been outbid if you're not watching it live, and logging in and increase your bid if you'd like to. I think last week it lasted about 7:30 Pacific, and wow, hell of a deal. How many lamps were there? Quite a few of the lamps I'm running across are some of them are repop, some of them are older, foreign made lanterns. I like the old. Occasionally, I'll come across the antique railroad lanterns. All that old stuff is the fun stuff. And oftentimes it's going to be something that most people aren't even looking to buy. Your competitors, your local competitors, because a lot of them do not know the value in a lot of this odds and ends stuff. Stuff like us, we're buying stuff that not very many YouTubers are talking a ton about. Vegetarian, loose translation of the old Indian word bad hunter. That's funny. You must know a lot about lanterns. I would have to do some research before I'd make that buy. What was it? Last week I came across I was at an auction and they had an autographed Michael Jackson Thriller album with letter, and I think it brought 750. Uh, if I would have bid on it, because I was interested, just not that high. Once you figure in fees and stuff, I think average sell price for that would be about $1,500. There just wasn't. I didn't want to. It wasn't worth the risk for me because a higher dollar amount, the more eBay and PayPal takes. So it'd be interesting to see how it does for the individual. I also wanted a stuffed armadillo they had at the auction. That brought over 400, I think. I was into the stuffed armadillo for about 75 at most, but it was crazy some of the prices they were getting for the items at that auction. I'm getting demonetized for sure. I can monetize anyway. I like when they send me those messages. Little Pink Floyd, I think it's off the Dark Side of the Moon album. Mine's so big I have to use both hands, or two hands. That's the sign. I read it how it comes across. Mine's so big, that's the title of the description. That should get their attention. Had to get a nice variety of signs going. We try to carry something for everybody. Warning, F-bombs dropping. If I get up to at least 100 listings today, that would put me way ahead for the week. I think I might be at 45, 47. We got a few more of these left. Made in America. As far as North Idaho folks here. So I have a wide range of folks that buy from me. Many resellers, and my favorite are collectors and people that actually need this stuff. They're typically a little bit, they'll spend a little bit more, closer to what value that the items are worth. Not to say I don't appreciate all of my customers. Do I need to stay fat? I think I'm going to have to stand that up a little bit straighter. Come in it head on without the glare. My table, I'm sure, looks filthy, but I can adjust a little bit of that out by adjusting the brightness on my camera. I think I just hit 50 listings. Well, I think I'm actually more because I had a couple relists from last week. Sorry, we're drinking. Do you do many live auctions down over in Oregon, Sam? Wow, I saw Pink Floyd. Of course, it was after they split, but I saw Pink Floyd for Momentary Lapse of Reason concert in Arrowhead Stadium, Kansas City. Gee, when was that tour? I think maybe 88, 89. Back in my younger days, let's just say there comes a point in time when uh, you say, I better go find my seat. And I reached that point, and let's just say it was one of the best concerts. Let's just say it was the best concert that I had ever been to. Just the show itself, the music, it was pretty awesome. Then on the other end of the spectrum, I saw way back when TLC was just little bitty kids and Boyz II Men were starting out. I saw MC Hammer, TLC, Boyz II Men, and that was in the 90s in Spokane at the old Coliseum. That was just an awesome concert just because of the show. I mean, MC Hammer put on a hell of a show, as did Boyz II Men and TLC, but it was a good concert. I guess I have a pretty eclectic appreciation for music. I changed the dimensions on my signs, and that I didn't change my copy paste, so let's get that taken care of.
Get your classic rock tunes just say, Alexa, play 98.9 KKPS on iHeartRadio.
There's one live auction next town over that I go to every Friday night, and there is one over in Spokane. Well, there's a couple over in Spokane. The online auction houses have boomed here. I was the second one when I started, and now I think, and this is within, let's just say third one within a 50-mile radius. And now I think there's 6 of us. We'll see how long the other ones. I plan to stay in for the long haul. Each one runs a little bit differently. I have my faults, and I'm sure other people would say, and I know I'm not perfect, but I think all of us have our own little nuances that you have to deal with. If I agreed with you, we'd both be wrong. That's what the sign says. Oingo Boingo and 83. Whiskey A Go Go Sunset Strip. Freaking awesome. Some of these things, some of these bands and stuff, a lot of people know absolutely nothing about these days. I do a lot of country as well. Yeah, I grew up in Oklahoma, southern Missouri. Now entering Rusty Nuts Fix-It Shop. That sounds totally appropriate. 470. I'm just going to title it Rusty Nuts. Quite often we try to put a little bit of humor in our descriptions or titles. Some people appreciate it. I don't know about others. We try to keep most of the very humorous, well, what we find humorous, and Kathleen and I have a different sense of humor, I think. It's most of it's on items that we've consigned, but sometimes I wonder if new consigners they come in, look at our descriptions and titles and stuff, and wonder, I'm not sure I want to consign anything with these guys. I'm not saying we're totally unprofessional. We're just sometimes we're less politically correct than most. Haleyville. That's the thing about Oklahoma and some of those Midwestern states. There's so many small towns that are forgotten. I don't know. That must be closer to Texas. I'm gonna look. Either that or over by Tulsa. Zooming out. Oh yeah, go closer to Arkansas. It's pretty over there. You get the west side of those Ozark Mountains. If you took a line from Oklahoma City north and then from Tulsa, maybe I'm a little bit further west than that. I grew up in Fairview, Oklahoma. That's where I was born. Grew up in Ringwood and Enid, just North Oklahoma City, west of Tulsa. So you get me talking, I don't get any work done. Ham's Beer Tin. My neighbors are probably wondering who the hell I'm talking to over here. That's the last of my tin signs. Now I'm going to have to go pull stuff off the shelf. I actually have a ton. Maybe I'll switch over to consigners. And right now at let's see, where am I at in listings today? I have 58 lots today. I think I started with 22, so I'm right at 36 lots that I've done. I've been through Flagstaff. I worked for about, I don't know, several months. I worked at the Grand Canyon on the South Rim, and so I'd make that trip occasionally, a couple of times, going from the Grand Canyon down through Flagstaff back over to Oklahoma. After I left Grand Canyon, I went to Vegas and stayed there for about a month, and that was right as the Gulf War was kicking off, and I ended up going back to. There's a whole story with me making it back to Oklahoma, because it's funny how things kind of come full circle. You hear all these people freaking out, thinking that they're going to reinstate a draft. That's the same stuff that we thought back during the Gulf War. And so my cousin and I went back to Oklahoma to be with family just in case, and finally made it back after an ordeal. And then in 91, I'd signed up and joined the service, joined the Air Force. And that's what brought me up here to the Northwest. I was stationed out at Fairchild Air Force Base my entire career. I did 8 years. And yeah. I'm going to go get a couple items. I'm going to take these signs out. I guess I could give you something to look at. How about silver? I'll put these up next. These are the coins I bought last week. I spent a little bit much on them, but I went a little high. But we'll talk about that. Okay, so I am back. We'll do those coins, and then we will. My folks used to go. The funny thing when I lived there, we could get offended. We used to get drunk and chase the deer over the edge of the Grand Canyon. Which, don't fear, folks, these deer weren't getting hurt. They were very sure-footed. We made sure to check the next morning to make sure there was nothing laying. There wasn't any of them laying at the bottom of the canyon. They get so close that you could almost touch them. I worked at the front desk at the Bright Angel Lodge, and the funniest thing was when this lady came and she tried to explain how the ravens, she had just bought some silver turquoise jewelry and set it down. They have like a rock wall across around, probably stands up, I don't know, 2 or 3 feet tall, and she set the jewelry bag on, or jewelry or whatever it was, on the edge there, that little seat or whatever, and she was taking a picture of this bird, and the bird had flown down, grabbed her. I'll move that up, or maybe I should just adjust the camera. Grabbed her jewelry and dropped it over the edge. I could not stop laughing. 1922D. Silver. All my coins are circulated, ungraded. When you're checking your change pockets, look for anything pre-65. Those are the ones that have silver in them. And you will still find them occasionally in your pocket change. The Morgans and the Peace dollars are more collectible. Different mints, different years are valued differently. I'm still learning a lot of it. These here I will probably break even, but they're pretty decent condition, so I went ahead and bought them anyway at the price I did. Coins are something that's difficult to, I don't know why the camera keeps tilting.
Classic rock station, 98.9 KKC.
Yeah. It was pretty hilarious. That was crazy times for me. Let me say I could try to zoom in my camera a little bit so you actually could look at these coins. I don't know how it's going to translate over. Yeah, that's not going to work. I'm not going to get much. I'll try to show you. These are Peace dollars. She has like a little crown. The mint on these are right behind the tail of the eagle on the back. This one's just a Philadelphia, which means it has no mint on it. Oh, I almost forgot. Coins, at least in Idaho, anytime you sell money, it's tax-free. So you don't pay sales tax on coins or money when you sell it. I had to make sure to do that because customers get a little upset when you, even though they know we'll adjust it, they get a little upset when you add sales tax to their sale. Understandable, but hey, we make it right here. This is another one of those things that's pretty much copy and paste. It is circulated. When you sell your coins up all in a row, by denomination or by coin, and then you just copy and paste. You just have to change the year. The way I photograph my coins, I mean, it does highlight. I don't know if it's because I zoom in on them or what, but it does really highlight every little scratch in there. Thanks for jumping in, Sam. I appreciate it. And yeah, that's me. I'm trying to get to 100 today, so about another 40 or 50 myself. So we'll catch you next time, and look forward to seeing your name come across our invoice list. This one's a nice looking coin, 1922. Yes, it is a common year, but nice and shiny.
I'm Sarah Elise. TMZ is reporting that Kobe Bryant has died in a helicopter crash in Calabasas this morning. Kobe was traveling with at least 3 other people in his private helicopter when it went down. A fire broke out and emergency personnel.
Oh no, Kobe Bryant died?
5 people are confirmed dead. We're told that Vanessa Bryant was not among those on board.
R.I.P. Kobe. Turn that this way so that I don't even know. I should be watching to see if anybody can see. Coins are very difficult to show on the video. I wonder if I can. Yeah, it's going to be hard to. It is hard to show coins on camera. I'd have to get a different setup. Mike Bloomberg. There we go.
You don't have to join the Save Sesame Swoop. These big razors are tight with flexible blades that adapt to the contours of your skin for smooth, close shave. Woo, I'm feeling good right now. Smooth shave, smooth price, big flex.
I might have to drop out and go get some lunch here pretty soon. I'm starting to get a little hungry. I don't want to rely just on the cookies out front.
Television sales on Black Friday set new records as millions of Americans snapped up the hot deals. But a lot of people were out of town or too busy to take advantage of the special prices.
I think I'm going to call it on a live stream. I will be launching my haul video here in just a few moments. I think I might have to go get me something to eat. I'm getting a little hungry. But we'll catch you next time. Thanks for stopping in if you did. Have a good one.
Is it just a sprain or broken? Is this a rash or strep throat? At Indigo Urgent Care, we treat conditions like this